This is my business condo, and I've been staying here about 12 years ago is when I purchased this unit. And it's always been a single unit, just like pretty much all of these. You can see they all have single doors, 30 by 80, so they're all about 2,400 square foot. As is mine. But you notice that mine is the only one that has two doors, one on the left, one on the right. I always wish that I could have a duplex. I mean, how cool would that be, right? This is how you make one yourself. So after all these years, I don't really need all this space anymore. So what I've done is I have one spot here, one door with the magnetic lock on that side. Of course, I've done the same thing, and I duplicated that from my side, which is, this is where I currently work now. I moved 15 feet that way. So when I moved in here, this was all one open area. This wall right here was, this door didn't exist. This was just a wall with an opening. This was wide open. This was just an open office. Over here to the left, this is a 10 by 17. This was my old office, which I kind of miss. So now I have a 10 by 13 entry area. Back in here where the water fountain was, I put in a sink, a cabinet, so that way you have actually a break room. Pretty cool, right? Over here was the old restroom. 6x6 handicap accessible standard industrial style bathroom. And over here was the existing door for my warehouse. However, the warehouse was just 30 by 80. Actually, it was 30 by 55, and this wall didn't exist. This wall I built so I have a 15 by 55 mezzanine upstairs, and I have a 15 by 55 first floor right here with the roll-up door. So this will be for the future tenant. Coming back, also, by the way, I have two zones of AC and heat. So this is the zone 2, there's zone 1 over here for the offices. Let me turn this fan on. So the break room, regulation exit and egress. And now this side here will typically be closed for my side. So this will be a shared break room and bathroom. This door will be a privacy door. This is my little area for my miscellaneous junk, whatever, little bath, refrigerator or whatever. And here's my main front office now. So you come in, and there you go, that's my office. I'm still working on the push button for my exit for my lock, but there you go. There's the exit from my door, and there's for the tenant now. Get in here. So coming in, this is all I need. I don't need that big office and big warehouse anymore. This is all I ever needed. After all these years, I'm not trying to spend all my time here anymore. So this, for me, is more than enough. But check this out. Actually, this idea right here was not of my own thinking. Actually, some of this best thinking I've ever done was actually done for me. My neighbor actually came up with the idea when we were out talking about something at lunch. He was basically telling me, he says, why don't you just put a wall in the back and then just have a warehouse inside and then just split it up? I'm like, well, you can't do that. I says, be quiet and go back to your lunch. Turns out you can do that, but I didn't see the vision. When I went home later that night, the vision started to become a reality. So here, 15 by 55. This is totally sealed off with my own entry and exit in the back door right here. So I got my side. The tenant will have the roll-up door, which I don't want anymore. And how cool is that? I basically added 750 square foot, 15 by 55, which is what we're standing in right now, out of thin air. And I got a second address, 314A for the tenant, 314B for me. And this is my new home. And I can spend here as much as or as little time as I wish to. More towards the lesser, of course. Not bad, right? So I'm gonna have all this income, a place to keep my junk, do a little work if I want to do a little working still, which my wife is adamant to keep me working. I say that's a win. I just can't get over how cool it is and how nicely this whole job came out. It only took me about 2 months I worked hard, but 2 months, it's basically me, my son, he came in here, helped me out with a few things, doing the heavy stuff, the ceiling joists, he did the flooring and a bunch of other things, electrical stuff I had him doing. I mean, what else can you ask for, man? I mean, this is a dream. So now you got suite A, to the left, suite B. Check out the pictures that I'm gonna post afterwards, basically starting from day 1 to the final day of the whole process of doing the remodel. And if there's any takeaway, if you have any questions about doing any of this job, shoot me a message. I'll be happy to help out anybody, because I wish somebody would have had a video to teach me and help me understand how to do this stuff, especially this door. This door scared the hell out of me. That was probably the scariest part about doing this whole thing. And probably why most people never attempt to do this, because they think it's beyond their scope. But you know what? Instead of paying some guy $5 grand to do a door and probably get some shabby job, I said, you know what? I'll invest in myself and I'll give it a go myself. What's the worst that could happen? I put up a piece of plywood and have no door for a couple days. I said, let me try. And look at that. There it is. You can do this yourself too.